G'day guys, how are you? It's Ash from Turf Group Australia. Today we're going to do something pretty cool. We're going to go have a look at the Advanced Seed factory and do a tour with Matt Scott, the General Manager of Advanced Seed. So let's go check it out. G'day Matt, how are you?
Yeah, good mate, how are you?
Good to see you mate, yeah.
You too.
Thanks for doing this,
Welcome.
Appreciate it. So let's go have a look inside.
Come on in.
Okay guys, we're just inside the office now and we're here with Matt Scott. Matt, if you'd just like to introduce yourself to the customers and the people and let us know a bit about yourself.
Sure. I'm Matt Scott. So I'm the National Sales Manager for Advanced Seed. This is our facility at Campbellfield. We do some blends here. We also have another facility called Valley Seeds, which is a sister company in Yark in Central Victoria. But let's have a look around here. So we've got offices through here. We've got customer service team. We've got our boardroom.
Nice, great facility.
And Vanessa doesn't want to be in the shot, but she's hiding.
Oh, right, that's all right. So some staff just getting around?
Yeah. And so Mick, our CEO, shares his time between Yark and here. So he's up at Yark today, and our accountant's not in. So
beautiful.
But there we go. If we go out to the warehouse.
So where are we now, Matt?
So this is the warehouse manager's facility. This is where all the logistics are done, all our orders are processed and packed. So let's go out to the warehouse and see where it's all done. So this is our general landscape range that the Turf Group also buys, office and sells to the home gardener, the landscaper, even some golf clubs and things like that will buy this. We've got the championship blend that you buy. So it's all in the Advanced Seed bags. We try to keep a stock of this all the time. So all I have to do is pick and pack and get that out the door.
So that's good to hear. So quite often the turnaround times are pretty good on seed. You're generally well stocked, provided it's in season, which generally it is.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we try to keep that topped up all the time. We do a lot of contract bagging and labelling for different organisations. There's some fertiliser there to be gone out. And the purple bags you see are all Valley Seed bags. So a lot of those we just keep here as a warehouse point.
Yep.
So
beautiful.
We do a lot of the small packaging.
Yep.
For Brunnings, which go into the Bunnings warehouse stores. So that's sort of made all at Yark.
Yep.
And basically kept here until it gets dispatched. So
big business really. There's a lot of work going out through that.
Absolutely.
All throughout Australia.
Yeah, right around Australia. So
good.
It's all good business. So as I said before, a lot of our production used to be here.
Yep.
So we had processing plant with small pack box equipment. We've moved all that to Yark.
Yep.
So it all gets done there. So really this is just a warehouse for
distribution
centre. So
yeah, cool. Well, there's a lot of stuff in here still.
Yeah.
Good
Absolutely.
supply.
So we get our containers from, most of the seed comes from New Zealand. Some comes from America and some from Europe. So most of it comes from New Zealand. The containers come into dock, gets deported, and then basically comes in here. So we don't actually get containers in here.
I was going to say, have you got a quarantine facility or how does that work?
No, we get them unstacked at the port and they come in here in pallets. So we don't have to worry about it.
Once it gets here.
Pretty much.
It's good.
Yeah, so it's all good. This is our new Coachella, which I was talking about before. which is a real stadium quality seed, which come in from New Zealand. It gets contract grown for us there.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's
Really dark green, really
it's a
fine elite turf rye.
yeah,
Good.
really good colour. So, and this is the blending that we do here.
Yep. So we can do a little bit of small on-site blending. Yeah.
We do a lot of the contract blending that gets done for the commercial world. So any golf courses, sports fields or councils that want different ryegrasses in their blends. Ray's just doing some landscape range at the moment, but it all gets done here. So racetracks and things like that, when they want different blends, they want a bit of bluegrass into it or something like that, it all gets done here.
Yep.
So they can do, I think it's about 10 tonne pretty easily in a day.
Yeah, right.
So, but usually it's 1 tonne at a time, small blends, it all gets done here.
And what's the staff numbers at the facility here, Matt?
So we've got about 5 full-time staff in the warehouse, and we've got 2 customer service and someone in charge of our online store.
Beautiful. Yep.
Full-time, so.
Cool. So yeah, quite a bit here and still a lot of activity and production happening here in terms of your blending. So.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yep.
And different bags for different reasons. We rebag for other companies as well.
Yep.
And so you see that's a Brunnings range, so that'll go straight into a Bunnings store or a garden centre or something like that.
Yep.
Through Brunnings. So
yeah, cool.
And all on our mezzanine is all our Earthway range and our covers, our evergreen turf covers.
Yep.
We keep them up on the mezzanine.
They're quite popular, aren't they?
Very
good
popular
in the turf industry.
Yeah.
What do we got here? We've got some bucket stuff. This will be your bent
So
grass.
the bent grass. So the bent grass is all kept in. So we do Dominant Extreme, which is the combination of our 3 different bent grasses. So it's 007, 777, and 007 XL.
Yep.
And this is a combination of all 3, but we actually blend them in house. So we bring in the separate varieties, which go really well on the market. And yeah, this is the blends that we do here. So this is our small pack room. So we do a lot of smaller things for online orders and for different customers. You see, this is Dichondra seed, which is actually really popular.
Really?
One of our most popular in a small packs like this.
And
so
for landscape, or is that going into gardens?
It's a bit of landscape and gardens and the home gardener and stuff like that. We also sell a small amount of chemical, but really it's just these small packs. We used to sell our 1 kilos in buckets.
Yep.
And we found that, you know, in the post and things like that, that the buckets burst open. So we've all gone to these soft bags or these pouches, and I think they look better. They're more hardy and they're easier to actually ship around. So that's some of our cooch seed. You know, we do raw Bengal, cooch, and a lot of our smaller pack stuff is all here. So
ready to go.
Ready to go and be processed. So
very good. Okay, so we're now just sitting down. We thought we'd take some time out with Matt and maybe ask a few questions and get a bit of an understanding, a bit more information around Advanced Seed. So Matt, tell me what makes Advanced Seed such a good place to work, or a little bit about the company.
So the company started 25 years ago by Brian Hinman and Mick Ahern, which a lot of people do know. They were involved with turf and irrigation years ago, which I worked for back then in the day. Yep. And so they've been around a long time. They're like a family-owned business. We were purchased by another company only 3 years ago, who also bought Valley Seeds just before that. Yep. So our sister company is Valley Seeds. So pretty much we work together with them. Yep. They sell or supply the ag seed to the ag market, and we do all the fine turf stuff. So it's a great relationship we have with them.
Yeah, good. And on the relationship thing, you know, like we've been working with you as Turf Group Australia for a long time now, and we really appreciate the support. Hopefully we're doing some good things for you as well. But yeah, the relationship, we love it, and it's great to be supported by you guys
Yeah.
and looking after our further customers and things like that. So it's great.
We certainly appreciate your support. So obviously you and I go back a ways, and yeah, we appreciate what you're doing, and it's something very different in the market, and I think it's exciting.
Yeah, same. We're pretty excited about it. So look, we're coming into a time of the year, Matt, with especially here in Victoria for overseeding. What's something you could tell us about that? You know, that Advanced Seed really have some success in, and the right time of the year to be doing those sorts of things.
Absolutely. So this is Feb, so we're right in the heart of the autumn oversowing season. So a lot of the councils are already starting to buy. This is our biggest time of the year, really. Our highest sales months, February, March, sometimes leading into April. It's that in-between window that a lot of sports fields have from going to cricket to football. So it's a big overseeding market. You know, traditionally we've done very well on some brands that we've put out in the marketplace, like Olympic Gold, which is our premium three-way blend ryegrass, and that's got a lot of people do just support that.
Yep.
I think half the people don't even know what's in it these days, but it's just three of our best varieties.
Yep.
And it's changed over time, and that's what it's for. We've also got a tier down, which is a product called League,
Yep.
which you guys support us with,
those, yeah.
which is a great product. It's actually as good a quality. It's just a branded name that we use, and it's a little bit cheaper to come to market. So we don't pay royalties and things like that on that product, and that's what brings the price down. So they're two blended products, which is fantastic. We were just talking before about some of our newer varieties that we've got coming over from New Zealand. Coachella's one of those. Coachella's an American US bred variety that's really, really dark green,
Yep.
but really quick in establishment and really quick with winter activity. So it's going to be a really good one for us. And it's only just landed, so we've just got it in. It's a new crop, so
Good, ready to go.
excited about that. Another one's Blackstone, and Blackstone's another one that's a really good colour. Probably not as dark as Coachella, but it's a really good mid-range colour. And also quick at establishment and that winter activity.
Yeah, and I guess the benefits of overseeding this time of year is if you've got a warm season field, like it's good coverage, it gives you protection through the winter, and also gives you the ability to sort of have coverage in the winter months when the traffic of football, soccer, all those sports sort of kick in.
Correct. And a lot of people will say, oh, maybe the ground's looking so good with the cooch cover now. Maybe we shouldn't overseed, but come mid June or July, they're starting to regret that decision because it's turned white, or your corridors are chopped out. So you do need to have some kind of protection in the winter months on those better grounds. So.
Yeah, and have you got any suggestions, like if you do want to keep a fuller field of coverage sort of through the winter, what the best approach to overseeding might be? Like, is it something where we do it sort of around now at the changeover of season, and then is it sort of beneficial to do another couple of applications throughout the season?
I'll always say yes, the more the merrier.
Yeah.
When it comes to seeding, particularly going into winter, it's a matter of numbers. So you want to get as much seed in the ground as possible, and you want to give it as much establishment time, which is always the tricky thing, that a lot of people don't have that window available. So it's both those points. So
yeah, good. And some other varieties, like we do a lot of seed with the racetracks here in Victoria, sort of thing. So again, is that like a product that's full ryegrass coverage, or more an oversow type product as well, like with the racing guys?
It's a little bit of both. One good thing about our sister company, which is Valley Seeds, is that it's brought a lot of their breeding into that program. A lot of the racetracks prefer a perennial type ryegrass rather than a turf type, because it doesn't have as much endophyte. It's a bit wider in the leaf and not as slippery for horses, where a lot of the turf type varieties are slippery. So we've got a whole stable of new varieties there for us always coming through. They've got a very good breeding program at Valley Seeds. So for that racetrack industry, we've got some really, really good varieties to offer.
Yeah, and as we said earlier, we will go have a look at that, but all those varieties can be displayed, and like if anyone does want to come and have a look at this facility or that facility, we can arrange visits and things like that.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. But it's also our bent grass for the golf course industry. With the things like A1 going off the market, everyone's sort of starting to look for what the next step is. Our super bents we get directly from Oregon in the States, 007, 777 and 007 XL, and then we blend them together for a dominant extreme. Yep. It's been really, really popular. We've found it hard to keep them in stock.
Yep.
It's been that good. I've just been up to New South Wales Golf Club and saw the 777 that he put down last year, and it looks magnificent. So
some of those varieties did quite well in the recent trials here in Victoria too, didn't they, for bent grass?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we've had Dr. Rich Hurley out a couple of times actually, and he's the breeder of those varieties. So
it'd be fair to say here in Australia, Advanced Seeds sort of leading the way with the bent varieties and the options for replacing the A1s and things
Absolutely.
like that. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I'll be keen to see some more of those. So, Matt, we've sort of touched on a few things that we currently do, but Advanced Seeds all around Australia, is there any sort of projects you could talk about in terms of like golf course construction or maybe some fescue type options? Let's do a few type of those, but what sort of golf course facilities has Advanced Seed been involved with, both from a upgrade or a construction point of view?
Sure. We've been involved because we've had a few different varieties of fine fescues. So the fine fescues we're bringing in early, and we still bring in, is the seed research ones.
Yep.
So we've got Shoreline, and then there's 5130 and these different ones, Ruddy, Creeping Red. But Shoreline's got a good following. The hard thing is that it only comes from Oregon. They have poor crops occasionally, and we can have a whole season. Like last season, we were pretty much out of slender fescue. So what we've decided to do is go to Mountain View in the States, which is another really, really big seed company. And we've got Sea Mist, which is their slender fescue. Yep. And we've put some of the plots at Yark, and it looks really good.
Yep.
So now we've got two varieties that we always have in stock, at least one of them. Yep. So we've got something really good quality to offer. We've done Barnbougle originally was all our seed, and the King Island courses are all our fescue seed. We've recently just done Kangaroo Island, which is our varieties. And with bent grasses and things like that, we've got a lot of them all around the place. I said New South Wales Golf Club has just put in 777. That was actually grown by Sod in Tasmania.
Oh, right.
But Dr. Richard Hurley has actually advised a lot of these courses as well with his bent grass. So he's done a lot in Perth, at Lake Carrinyup, for instance, and Cottesloe golf clubs. It's 777 and 007. It's been really popular.
So that's really it for today, guys. Yeah, for now, as I said, we will visit the Yark site as well. But just want to say thanks to Matt and the Advanced Seed team for having us out here today. It's been great to have a look around and ask a few questions about Advanced Seed.
Thanks for coming, and thanks for your support.